it up. It's The Record Machine with your host, Jimmy Hall.
Gentlemen, please welcome from the band SteelCity, singer Roy Cathey and guitarist Mike Floros. So how you guys doing today?
Oh, fabulous, man.
Awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful day in North Carolina.
So you guys got a brand new album, Mach 2, which is phenomenal, on a brand new label, Paris Records.
Yes.
And a new lineup as well. Can you tell us a little bit about the guys in the band that, aren't in on the call and about yourselves as well?
Sure. Roy, do you want to go ahead and start?
Well, this is Mike's baby. This is a labor of love for him. And me and Mike became friends from my other band, The Fifth, playing a music festival in Illinois a few years back. And, Mike had another frontman, another lead singer at that time. And when he started making the plans to do the next record, he approached me about working with him on the project. And, the rest is history. I think that Mike's wrote some great songs. He's given me the artistic freedom to kind of, put my spin on it where needed, and I'm really happy with the final product.
I mean, it was kind of a strange way of things happening. It was like I think we've talked about this before. My old bass player and the drummer were they're best friends. They're kind of like a package deal. And when he got promoted at his quote unquote real job, it was he kind of had to step down from the band. Lo and behold, we were fortunate that BJ Zampa signed on, as well as Jason Cornwell. I mean, that's got to be one of the tightest rhythm sections one person could ask for. These guys are hellacious musicians. And then, as Roy already said, when the lead singer decided that he wanted to step down, we had Roy. Roy was on our minds the whole time. Mm-hmm. Really wanted Roy. He was like our first choice. And so it was like when he was like, yeah, dude, I'm on board. It was really exciting for us, and everything just kind of came together greatly. And we hooked up with Ty Sims and Eric Johnson to help produce the album, and it just came out great, man. I couldn't be happier.
I think Roy is a perfect fit for the band, man. I love his style, his vocals. He's got the look, man. He's a total package.
Yeah, he's wow, man. Why you got to go there? He's a lead singer, dude.
His head's blowing up right now.
well, to be honest, I am pretty awesome. So yeah.
Oh wow, here we go. No,
kidding.
No, but I gotta say, the first time and this is, and I've told Roy this, the first time I actually heard Roy sing I was at the Rock and Skull in 2017 where the Fifth was playing. And I was one of those people that was really late to the bandwagon on Cold Sweat. And I heard Roy sing with the Fifth, and dude, I was just blown away. I'm like, this guy is a badass. You watch him on stage, and he's got the presence, and he definitely got the pipes, and he really knows how to carry an audience, and he delivers. Not only in the studio, but on stage as well. And it was just such a pleasure to, stand next to him at New England Rock Fest last year and just play with the band, for all that massive amount of rehearsal that we had.
Yeah.
That is sarcasm, by the way.
I know.
Yeah. It's nothing like walking out on stage saying, "Hey, Mike, how you doing? Oh, I'm BJ. Hey, it's good to meet you. Let's go ahead and play." But
yeah. Play these songs.
But man, it was such a welcome addition to bring Roy into the fold, man, and we couldn't be happier. All of us are just pumped.
Now, being that you guys all live like in all different parts of the country, what's the recording process like for this album?
It was pretty interesting, but it's really not that tough with the way technology goes now. I had initially done some demo work. And, once I finalized everything the way I wanted it, as far as arrangements and stuff like that, I went ahead and sent it to Ty Sims, who then prepped it for BJ first. BJ had to, lay down his drum tracks, and, and then we had the bass tracks laid down as well. And, once all that stuff was set, we sent it over to Roy and his engineer, Andy Powell, at Digital Wave Recording Studios over there in North Carolina. And, Roy laid down his vocals, Tony laid down the keys, and we laid down the backing vocals. Boom, we're done.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty awesome. And then it was like, every time you get I don't know about I can't speak for Roy, but I can speak for myself. Every time I would get like a little a mix or a daily mix or something, that was like opening a Christmas present. And every time, man, I'd hear Roy's voice, and I'm like, pardon my language, guys. I was like, holy shit, that's just badass.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting recording process because, you know, the majority of the lyrics and the melodies were already completed for me. I just had to kind of take what Mike was laying down and try and interpret it in my way. But the process, all in all, was very smooth. Technology is an amazing thing, and I thought that we got a great finished product, considering everybody was scattered all over the country. There's no, there's no difference between the tracks. The leveling is great. I mean, it's just knocked it out of the park as far as the mixing and the mastering and everything. So
absolutely,
again, just a really solid product and a solid release. You know, and Mike can probably attest to this. You know, we're always our own worst critics. You know, and no matter how hard you try, you know, get it perfect in the studio, you're always going to kind of go back and go, well, you know, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. But this one, man, I've been listening to it since I got my hands on it, and it's a strong record. It's a very strong record.
The 10 in my book. Mike, you're not only a great musician, but an awesome lyricist as well. What is your favorite song on the CD and why? And I'll ask Roy the same question.
Oh, wow. You know, it was really hard for me to answer that question when it was posed to me, I think, with Fortress. I have a couple of favorites. I'd say my absolute favorite to play is Give It Back. And Roy knows that because every time I talk to Roy, he's like, you get any mixes back? I'm like, yeah, I'm still waiting on Give It Back, man. I'm like, it'll be the last song I get. I guarantee it. And sure enough, it was the last song Ty sent me. But I really love playing it. It's got a vibe to it that is just it's very Van Halen-esque, I suppose. And I really love like the opening, like the back and forth with the with the bass and the guitar at the beginning. I think it's really killer. And then Roy just delivers on the vocals, man. It's just, I mean, and you know, I love all aspects about that song's playability. As far as like a song that like probably means the most to me, I'd probably say Down to One, because more or less that song is like an open love letter to my wife.
Nice.
And and when Tony Stahl put Prayer for Love down right in front of it, man, it just set itself up so nicely. And I love the song. And Roy just gave that song such a richness and a passion with his vocals on it that it's just, every time I hear it, it's just, it's my own song. And I don't want to come off as sounding, arrogant or anything like that, because it's not it. It just gives me chills because it's just the way the song came out. It's lovely. There's no other way I can describe it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Roy, same question. What's your favorite song on the album?
Man, one of the things that I love the most about the release is there is a lot of variety and diversity in the songs. They're all in the same genre, but they all have a different flavor to them.
Right.
Personally, I got to echo Mike's feelings. I think Down to One is a great track. I think Spotlight is very unique and different in its own way. Put a Little Love is just a great poppy, single type song. I mean, just I could go on and on. I don't want to say, oh, every song is great, but I really think that there's a lot of, every song has a moment in it that makes you kind of go, wow. You know what I mean? So I've definitely got my favorites. The few that I named off, but I'm a big fan of the entire release, man. I'm really proud of the vocal performance that I did on it, and each song I kind of tried to put a little bit of a holy fuck moment on it, and I think I succeeded on a lot of them. So.
Nice.
With the Brad Delp notes, for sure.
No, I agree with you. Every song is great, but one really stood out for me. And when I called Mike, I guess it was like a week ago, when I had gotten out of work and I had completed listening to the whole CD, I told him my favorite was Still Close to My Heart. And Mike said to me, guess how old I was when I wrote that song? I said, I have no idea. He goes, I was 17. So my question to you, Mike, is what made you wait so long to record that song?
Wow, I can't really say for certain why it took me so long. And actually, the first time I put it down on tape, so to speak, was when I put it down for Mach 2. It's just a song that I carried around in my head for years. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. To me, it's just one of those songs that just kind of stuck. And here's a interesting side note for you. We were prepping to play our show last year, and I had sent Roy another song. And Roy asked me, he's like, "Why are you asking me to rehearse this song when it's not even on the album?" Mm-hmm. Like, what are you talking about? And so what ended up happening is Ty held back that song and sent Still Close to My Heart to BJ. So that was the song. It was kind of like a happy accident that the song even ended up on the album. And I'm very glad that it did, because, after listening back to it, Roy even said, he goes, "It's a better song, dude." And totally gives off like a Boston vibe for me. And that's one of the things I love about it.
Yeah, I love that tune. You guys, as you know, vinyl is making a huge comeback. Any plans to release Mach 2, maybe in a limited pressing?
I'm going to go with no, and I'll tell you why. Because from what I'm to understand, from what I've read and from what I've heard, it seems like if you have anything above like the 44-minute mark on a vinyl album, there starts to be some problems with the quality of the sound.
Okay.
And this album's over 46 minutes long, so that's really probably the biggest reason as to why I'd say no. If it was a little shorter of an album, the answer is most definitely.
Roy, would you like to see it released on a vinyl?
Well, I think that there's a certain percentage of people out there, the true collectors, mm-hmm. that would love to have it on vinyl.
Like me?
But
no
the thing with me is, as far as like sound qualities and stuff like that, for me, it's more or less the fans that want to hold it in their hands and look at it and have it as a collector's item. Mm-hmm. Because, the majority of our music is ingested by downloads nowadays, and the overall musical quality of that crap has been compressed so many times over that it's really not true to form of what it sounded like when they recorded it. You know what I mean? So right. I see Mike's point completely, but to me, when so many of our listeners ingest music through downloads, I don't think the sound quality would drop too much. I think that the collectors would love to have it, but I understand that there's certain steps that you got to go through to put it on vinyl that may not necessarily be the most cost effective and practical things to do. So.
Mm-hmm. So with this pandemic thing going around, I guess you guys don't have any plans for any shows anytime soon, right?
Oh, man. Don't get me started.
Well, we were very fortunate to sign with Bradley Entertainment. And they're going to be, when this whole social distancing and all this fun stuff comes to a close, our goal is to get out and play some live shows. And our management team's already working hard on building some of the relationships to get us there. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, everything's on hold for right now, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. And personally, Mike knows this, I've had at least 4 shows from my other projects musically that I'm involved with. I've already had 4 shows get canceled out. Wow. And I've got several on the calendar, and even, pretty big festival dates that I'm staring at, and I'm going, okay, is this going to go down? Is this going to happen? I think this is a unprecedented event that none of us have ever expected to happen in this country, and now we're kind of with it on a flat-footed kind of basis, and just trying to make the best of it.
You guys have 2 singles out right now, Hearts on Fire and A Little Love. You guys want to talk about those a little bit? You have videos for those too, right?
Yes, we do. We went ahead and made some lyric videos for those. And, one of the things that I was really planning on when this album was released was a re-release of the song A Little Love. If you watch the lyric video, what we created there was something where, we kind of paid homage or homage or however you say it to our service members. Mm-hmm. And the goal was, with the release of that song to donate to Wounded Warrior. I wanted to, try to give back to our service members and thank them for what they do for us. And that's one of the things we went ahead and we did. And for, until the end of April, what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and, whatever net proceeds come from the band's website, we are going to donate half of that to Wounded Warrior.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, I really wanted to do that, and I think the band agreed when I brought it to them. It's just tough because, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and
right.
I think it would have probably been it's still a good message, but I think it probably would have been, brought home a little bit more if we weren't focused on other things. Rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, with the pandemic out right now, I guess, people they're staying in, they're watching more things, so, they can check out the videos on YouTube, right?
Oh, absolutely, yes. They can go to the Steel City page on YouTube, and they can check out the videos, and, we'll probably end up having at least another lyric video out there. Mm-hmm. We, as a band, we'd absolutely love to do, a video. The unfortunate thing for us is with us all spread out, 5 guys, 5 different states, it makes it a little bit difficult. Not saying it won't happen once we get together again in the future, but for right now, it's probably we'll probably put out another lyric video.
Yeah, so if you want to watch, great videos by Steel City, go to YouTube and type in Steel City USA. I believe that's the name on that page. And also, folks, brand new album, Mach 2. It's a great time to go shopping now because you can't leave the house. You can do it actually on your computer, and you can get some nice hats and T-shirts and CDs. What's the link to the website?
Our website is www.steelcityband.com, and then, of course, there's a shop button on there. Or if you just want to go directly to it, it's shopsteelcityband.com.
Cool. Any parting words before we say our goodbyes?
Roy?
Well, thanks for having us. We really appreciate it. We're of course super stoked that you love the record and that you're supporting it. I want to thank all the fans for their support so far. And like Mike said, just be patient with us. Let us get this pandemic behind us. We're working with some great agents that's going to get us out on the road. This thing is going to keep moving forward, and we just can't thank everybody enough for the support so far. And, personally, I want to thank Mike for, inviting me to be a part of Steel City and be a part of this because, it's a great record and a great group of guys, and I'm stoked to be involved.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can't, pretty much what Roy said, I can just about echo it. To me, it's really great to be a part of the band with the guys that we have on board. And, I want to thank every one of them for, the contributions to the album because it was just amazing. And I just really want to thank everybody out there that's supporting the band, man, because we appreciate it. When we see, the posts on Facebook or Instagram or wherever we see them where people are, kind of just, holding up their Steel City CDs or, sharing pics and giving reviews of the band, we can't say thank you enough, man. We really appreciate the love and the support that everybody's given us. And when this is over, man, we cannot wait to get out there and, just show up and hang with the people and have a good time.
Awesome, guys. Well, thanks again for coming on. I love the CD. I love you guys. And we hope to see you on the road real soon.
Absolutely.
All right,
brother. Thanks so much for having me.
All right, stay safe,
care.
man.
I know it's late, I know you're tired, and you don't want to hang on the telephone tonight. But one thing before you go, does he love you? Do you know? 'Cause if he ever lets you go, I'll be there before you know it, baby. You're still close to my heart. Walk through the door and let this love start, baby. Don't leave me crying alone in the dark. You're still close to my heart. Is he leaving or will he stay? Is he gonna just walk away? Don't wait around for what's not there. Come to someone who really cares. 'Cause if he ever lets you go, I'll be there before you know it, baby. You're still close to my heart. Walk through the doors and let this love start, baby. Don't tired. Don't wanna hang on night to night, but one thing before you go.